start again. It's a Redskins.
What's going on, everybody? It's the Bull Show, aka Aidan, and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be providing the injury report for the Chicago Bulls and the Milwaukee Bucks, as well as discussing more things that the Chicago Bulls can do to improve their chances in Game 3. At the end of the day, we walked away with a massive win in Game 2, but by all means, we were not perfect in that game. There were some incredible things that we did, one of the most entertaining games of our season in all honesty, but there's still a little bit more we can do to work on. And I think if we could do some of these things well, we might have better chances in Game 3 and in Game 4. But we'll wait and see overall. I'm sure Billy Donovan will be looking at everything we could possibly do in the future. But before we get started, please like and subscribe to The Bull Show, turn notifications on, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about our chances in Game 3. Are you excited for that home crowd advantage, the loudness in the United Center? I cannot wait for the Chicago Bulls and the Milwaukee Bucks in Game 3. The one I've been looking forward to the most at home, and let's hope we can get some business done at home as well. First things first, for the injury report for the Chicago Bulls, Matt Thomas is still out for this game against the Milwaukee Bucks. Again, he's not going to get game time anyway, so this is not the worst case scenario for the Chicago Bulls whatsoever. But still, you'd like to see Matt Thomas get better soon. Just in case there's a small chance that we need a three-point shooter, he could definitely be in there for the Chicago Bulls. So I'd like to see him at least up and about and being ready to play with this Bulls team if his name is called upon. And certain guys' names will be called upon at certain times. Maybe Matt Thomas would have been one of those guys, but he will be out. We'll wait and see what he can be like in Game 4. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, George Hill and Chris Middleton will both be out for Game 3. Now, unfortunately, when it comes to Chris Middleton, he will be out for the remainder of the series. George Hill, I'm not too sure about, but Chris Middleton is going to be out for the rest of the series for the Milwaukee Bucks. Again, I hope he gets better soon. I do like Middleton. I know this is supposed to be a rivalry series and we're playing physical and stuff like that, but I don't wish injuries on anybody, and I really do like Chris Middleton. I like the way that he plays. I think he's a very fair player, and he's a very good player at that as well. So that's going to be an advantage to the Chicago Bulls in all honesty. But again, I'd like to see both teams fully healthy. I'd like to see Lonzo Ball out there for the Bulls right now. I'd love to see Chris Middleton, George Hill for the Bucks, so we could get the best competition available. We'll just have to wait and see if this advantages the Chicago Bulls or not, but get well soon to Chris Middleton. Now let's talk about what the Bulls need to work on in order to get a better chance in this game against the Milwaukee Bucks. The first thing I want to talk about is making sure you can grab those rebounds from free throws. I think that's one of the weakest links that we saw out of the Chicago Bulls against the Milwaukee Bucks in Game 2. It may not be the biggest thing in the world, but when you see multiple of them at a time, it is something that will hurt the Chicago Bulls in the long run if we don't fix something that simple as a team. So what I'm talking about, of course, those rebounds, I'm talking about boxing out the right people. I think, again, Giannis was a guy that we didn't box out when he was taking the free throw. And something as basic as that allows Giannis to get an offensive rebound over smaller individuals in a small ball lineup. They get second chance opportunities, they get free dunks, they get free opportunities. You don't want to see that if you're a Bulls fan. So whether it's Vucevic, whether it's Patrick Williams, whether it's Derrick Jones Jr., Tristan Thompson, whoever it is, we need to learn how to box out the right individuals from the free throw so we can make sure we're the ones securing the rebound from a missed free throw. Something that Milwaukee will probably need to improve on is their free throw shooting. It's not just Giannis, even though he had the most free throws in the game. It's not just Giannis that misses free throws on that team. So with that being said, you need to make sure you're boxing out every single time someone's taking a free throw from Milwaukee, because that will lead to our advantage if they're going to miss them, and they have to make us pay from there. And so far, I don't think they've made us pay enough, anywhere near as they should, compared to how we've been shooting our free throws. Something else I want to talk about is the switching for the Chicago Bulls. I feel like we love to switch constantly on this team, and for the most part, switching can work. But when you're switching someone onto Brook Lopez or onto Giannis Antetokounmpo, especially a smaller guard, that is going to be detrimental for the Chicago Bulls. It hasn't hurt us too badly, but it's a clear and obvious mismatch that the Bulls are allowing to happen. Guys like Patrick Williams or Vucevic should not be switching onto guards. They should not be on guards from the very beginning of a play. We need to make sure we have the right matchups in place, and we need to make sure there are certain matchups you can switch certain matchups you can't switch. And I feel like the Chicago Bulls do need to work on that a little bit more. Because guys like Io on Giannis is a big mismatch. As much as I love Caruso, guys like Caruso on Giannis is a big mismatch. And they will take advantage of every single time a guard will be on Giannis. Kobe White, Zach LaVine, the list goes on. The best chance that we have of guarding Giannis is guys like Patrick Williams, Vucevic, Tristan Thompson, Derrick Jones Jr., the bigger guys on this team will have more of a chance of guarding Giannis than the smaller guys. It's not going to be impossible for Giannis to score. It's still going to be very difficult. We're probably still going to foul. We're still going to send him to the line. And I think the smaller guys understand that they're going to have to foul to stop Giannis. It's not going to be as simple as having an easy lane to the paint. We're going to foul him regardless. But the bigger guys will have a better chance of guarding that, in my opinion, than some of the smaller guys on this team. So I think the switching does need to be addressed heavily in this series. Also, on the offensive end, I want to see ball movement even further progress from Game 2. Now, we had a great game from DeMar, we had a great game from LaVine, we had a great game from Vucevic, and those three, when they play well as Caruso, who played phenomenal, Patrick Williams made an impact. Everybody making an impact, everybody wins. We win. Simple as that. And the reason, in my opinion, as to why we won was the ball movement was 10 times better for the Bulls in Game 2 than Game 1. Now let's see for the Bulls if we can focus on those assist numbers, focus on moving that ball much better from Game 2 to Game 3. Because that will give us even more of a chance to win, even more opportunities to score, and hopefully a higher points tally, which we may need against this Milwaukee Bucks team. We also, in my opinion, need to continue to have those mismatches ourselves and take advantage of them. For example, if Vucevic is going to be on a smaller individual, you take him into the post. DeMar DeRozan on one-on-one coverages is a mismatch for anybody, and we can take advantage of that. Stuff like that we do need to take advantage of. And I think that's really it for the Chicago Bulls. Honestly, I think our defense, for the most part, when it comes to the other individual players like Drew Holiday, like the three-point shooters of this team, I think they're fine. I think obviously we can do more, but so far it's not been too bad for the Chicago Bulls. I also like our ability to fight and make sure we're stuck into these games. So those type of things I don't think need to be addressed, but small things like I've mentioned before are those things that could definitely boost our chances even further of winning this Game 3 and maybe even winning the series if we can really perfect trying to fix those issues that we do have. They're small issues. They're issues that regardless, even if we do fix them, can still be a problem, like fouling Giannis and fouling the Bucks. But give us the best chance possible. All we want is chances. And I think if we don't switch onto Giannis with smaller guards, that's the best chance possible for us to win. Wait and see what the Chicago Bulls could do. But get excited, ladies and gentlemen. Game 3 is only a couple hours away. I'm honestly so excited. I'm really, really happy. I mean, Game 1 and Game 2, obviously there's an element of excitement there. But Game 3 at home is what I've been waiting for. This is the game I've been waiting for, in all honesty. And we'll wait and see if we can deliver on the day. It's going to be a good game, in my opinion. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in another Chicago Bulls video, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned for more. Take care and peace.